Superstar Billy Graham, the only way we saw how big he was through the magazines. It was a wrestler and then PWI, Pro Wrestling, whatever the fuck. I can't remember which one.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. It was amazing, He was even bigger, tanner, and I remember one article that was actually in part taken from one of the newspapers where Superstar Billy Graham starts a riot in, what's that place in New York? Something Square. Times Square. Fucking the pictures were all taken from the newspapers, not a wrestling magazine. Mm-hmm. And he was standing on top of the car posing in the fucking tie-dye, and there was a fucking legit non-wrestling crowd fucking gathered around to stop traffic and shit. He got in trouble for it. I mean, he was so over, and nobody was that over back then like Superstar Billy Graham. And they talk about it. The old timers talked about the money he drew as the top fucking heel. And let's face it, I mean, that guy was an innovator.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But then they said he left, and he came back, and he wasn't the same. So probably it seemed like he kind of fell prey to depression. But I don't know. I'm going to look and I'm going to ask you later about if you guys are Superstar Billy Graham fans. What was the name of the thing? Is it on the network?
I can't remember what it is, but if you go to
it's on the network.
Yeah, if you go to documentaries and scroll down, it's all chronological. So if you scroll down to like 2006, I think it came out, you'll find it.
I always wanted to know though, and I never got the chance to ask him what happened, what the meltdown was about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like heavy steroid use can fuck up your chromosomes and your psyche, where you go into a really deep depression. And although he was always a great fucking worker, he couldn't muster or recapture that old stardom. You know what I mean? Which was, like you said, it was a fucking amazing. I mean, it's legendary because how many guys that were big names in wrestling stole Billy Graham shit to get over,
Yeah, and that documentary is called 20 Years Too Soon.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it's hard to miss. I mean, there's a big picture of him flexing in the tie-dye. The whole background's tie-dye. It pops out of the screen. So.
Well, there was just nothing like that guy, man. There was nothing like it, I would say your top three most charismatic guys in the industry were, of course you got Gorgeous George, the innovator. Mm-hmm. Then you go to Superstar Billy Graham, and I would say handsome Jimmy Valiant. Because these motherfuckers, they didn't even have to try with what comes out of their mouth. It seemed like it just flowed. You know what I mean? Dusty. Of course, Dusty.
Oh, yeah.
Like top four. But they just don't make them like that. And the thing that's funny today is nobody tries to be like that.
Yeah. Those are the guys you want to talk about charisma. Those are the guys that you want to emulate.
Yeah.